Welcome to the wellness presentations section of our evening this evening. My name is Heather Curran, and I'm going to begin with our presentation on Physical Education 10. Students enrolled in Phys Ed 10 can expect to acquire skills through a variety of developmentally appropriate movement activities. They should also expect to understand, experience, and appreciate the health benefits that result from physical activity. Through the variety of different skills and games, we will be working on interacting positively with others, demonstrating teamwork skills, and sportsmanship. All students are required to take Phys Ed 10 as it is a graduation requirement. Here at Salisbury, our curricular needs are met through a variety of games and activities, such as curling, volleyball, tennis, pickleball, yoga, indoor soccer, broomball, bowling, the velodrome, badminton, archery, handball, volleyball, beach volleyball, basketball, chook ball, football, soccer, pickleball, weight training, floor hockey, rugby, ultimate frisbee, and group games. We also offer a class that combines career and life management, or COM 20, and Phys Ed 10, all into one class. This co-ed program is tailored to students that would like to complete 2 courses required for graduation in a short period of time. With successful completion of this course, students will receive 6 credits. I think we're just going to move to the question and answer portion. If you have any questions, please type them in the Q&A box and we would be happy to answer.
I have a question, Mrs. Kern.
Yes, Mr. Barry, go ahead.
What are some of the off-campus activities that physical education classes participate in?
Well, we do go to many different locations, both within Sherwood Park and Edmonton. So we do go to the velodrome in Edmonton for some cycling. We go to tennis, pickleball, curling, which we typically do in Fultonville, swimming at Millennium Place, volleyball, which we go to GARC, bowling, indoor soccer are some of our main off-campus activities.
Thank you very much. I have another question.
Go ahead, Mr. Barry.
What is the benefit of taking the combined COM physical education courses?
So COM and Phys Ed are both graduation requirements, so the benefit is knocking both off in one class. So you would get both your COM credits and your Phys Ed credits, all within one time period. Comes out with 6 credits at the end, which is also a benefit versus a scheduled class would be a 5-credit course. But yeah, you get to do both at once.
And one more question.
Go ahead, Mr. Barry, as many as you have.
What are the benefits of taking physical education throughout high school?
That's a great question, Mr. Barry. Besides the obvious physical and emotional benefits of being active, if you take Phys Ed up to the 30 level, it can be used towards your Rutherford Scholarship. It can also be used towards entrance requirements for post-secondary in some cases as well. Obviously, there's the health benefits, which are huge as well. So many benefits to taking Phys Ed.
May I ask another question, Mrs. Kern?
I would appreciate another question, Mr. Barry.
What sort of equipment do students taking Phys Ed need? Is all the equipment supplied by the school, Salisbury, or do they need to get some of their own equipment?
For the most part, everything is supplied here. What we do ask, obviously, is your Phys Ed attire. So t-shirt, sweatshirt, shorts, sweatpants, yoga pants, whatever it is you want. We do like some indoor footwear as well for when we are in the gym or in our beautiful wellness center as well. We do like clean indoor shoes, but the actual equipment will be supplied either by us or at the facility that we would either go to as well.
Thanks a bunch, Mrs. Curran. I have no more questions at this time.
I appreciate that, Mr. Barry.
Hey, Mrs. Curran, sorry to interject here. Apparently the Q&A sections are down for Microsoft Teams right now for all presentations. Yes, so we're just gonna have to roll with those frequently asked questions that we just went through. For those of you watching, sorry about this, it's not working out. However, here's a list of emails to contact anyone in the physical education department. And take down an email here or all of them if you choose, and you can connect with the PE staff at SAL to answer any of your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Sorry, I'm just going to send them up on the screen. Perfect.
Well, hello, Mrs. Curran. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Mr. Barry?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Wonderful.
What are the benefits that a student would get by taking physical education throughout all of high school?
There's lots of benefits to taking all 3 levels of phys ed, but the main just benefit of phys ed to start with is the physical and emotional benefits from being active throughout the day, getting out of that chair once in a while and getting some activity in. If you take it up to the 30 level, the phys ed can be used towards your Rutherford Scholarship, and it can also be used towards some post-secondary entrance requirements as well. So lots of benefit for just both the physical benefits, but also for your schooling as well.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Curran. Is phys ed 10, 20, and 30 all co-ed?
No, typically our 10 and 20 programs are split into female and male classes, except for the combined class, which is co-ed. And the 30 level program is where we do have then the co-ed programming.
Okay, thank you. Do students do any overnight trips ever?
Sometimes we do at the 30 level, depending on the numbers. As long as we can go ahead with our field trip with enough people, we do a wonderful rafting and hiking in Nordic. So it's a wonderful trip at the 30 level. We don't do any overnights at the 10 or 20 level.
Well, thank you. And does a student have to be a good athlete to get a good mark in phys ed?
Definitely not. Our assessment in phys ed is based on 4 different kind of categories. We look at activity, which is sort of your skill, your benefits of health, which we do some work within our wonderful wellness center. We do first aid in that category. We also do some fitness testing, but it's more set on goals than the testing itself. And then we do cooperation, and then we do a daily participation. So the daily participation at the 10 level is our biggest focus, that we want students to be more so active than being talented at the sport itself. So we want to see you out there running, getting your heart rate up, getting those health benefits. That's kind of more important than being a super athlete when it comes to the assessment part.
Thank you, Mrs. Curran. Are there any fees for phys ed 10, 20, or 30?
There is. I do believe it's around the $20 only for the 10 and 20 level. It does increase at the 30 level. I want to say around $100, just because of the extra field trips that we go on at the 30 level. So once you hit like 20 level, we're hitting rock climbing, and 30 level, we're going golfing. So there are some bigger field trips with bigger expenses as you go through. Along though with that at the 10, well, every year actually that you're in phys ed with your fee, you do get a nice SAL t-shirt as well as part of the fee for phys ed.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And can a student take phys ed and the other personal fitness, cross sport, sports med? Can a student take all of those if they want it in 1 year?
Most definitely. You do have to take Phys Ed 10 because it is a graduate requirement. Something's popped up there. So sorry, lost my train of thought there, but yes, you can take more. You do have to take Phys Ed 10. The other ones are optional, but you can take multiple ones of them. It's a great way for you to be able to stay active throughout more than just one semester or quarter and have a variety of activity courses throughout your year.
And Phys Ed 20 is a prerequisite for Phys Ed 30?
Correct, yes. So each one is a prereq for the following.
And what are the benefits of taking a combined Comm Phys Ed course?
The Comm Phys Ed course, the benefit is getting 2 graduation requirements out of the way in one course. So during that one time period, you are completing 2 courses. You are receiving 3 credits per course. So you will receive a total of 6 credits in that time frame as well. So it's just to get 2 courses done at the same time.
And how does the scheduling work for the Comm Phys Ed courses? Is it every other day?
Yeah, it is meant to be an every other day, but just because of the way it works, sometimes it changes. If we have a guest speaker in Comm, we might have to adjust our days. So that sort of depends just on the scheduling. With Phys Ed, if we get a booking that we get 2 or 3 days in a row, then we can adjust it. So we do have a little bit of a leeway for that.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Curran. I have no more questions at this point.
I appreciate all your questions. Thank you, Mr. Berry.
You're very welcome.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Mrs. Curran. And thank you all for joining. If you have any further questions that weren't answered, you can direct your questions to one of the listed emails here to one of our Phys Ed department staff members.